As I write this, it's 3:16 a.m. on December 31st, the day of New Year's Eve. And while I've got plenty of things to attend to in order for the year turnover, I couldn't shake the feeling I had to address something I felt for weeks now is very important to express. To put it plainly, I'm proud of you. This has been a year of seeing some of the greatest new approaches in nonfiction I've witnessed in a while, and a passion and support for projects and creators that is now at the highest level I've ever seen it. You've not just enjoyed the work on display, you shared it, you subscribed and followed. You've given to Patreons and coffees and even bought merchandise, one of the wildest dreams come true for any creative person who dares to try. And you've delivered genuine messages about the art and its impact on you for creators to read and know that yes, they did reach people who cared. They cared enough to show them how much and inform them of the ways their art made them think and feel. You've embraced and uplifted those trying to do new things while telling unique stories or attempting to do so for the very first time. To follow the trend is easy. The success has been proven. To attempt what is new and against the heat of the moment is frightening and beautiful. You have given brand new creators, down and out creators, and those who just left high school or are looking towards their graduation the confirmation that what they did means something, that their efforts were not in vain. And in the moments I've asked that you give due viewership to the works I've covered instead of just giving me a view, you did go there and enjoy the experience as the creator intended and as they always deserve. You delivered unto them the light and care that fulfills one of the most elemental needs a human being has, that they are seen, that their work is valuable, that their existence is valuable and has impact, and that in a now growing field of content coverage for this sort of work, the audience doesn't just stop at a big names review or exploration video, and their art is not just grist for a content creator's mill, that they are, in fact, more than content. They are artists. It's a matter of importance to you I cannot understate and will never stop repeating. The support you show creators covered on Nightmind, or any channel on any platform who does the kind of coverage I do, is the most important thing you can ever do for the artists we feature. I am not the unfiction field. I am only one of its most passionate ambassadors, and the artists I work to present to you are the people I am here for. They matter more, and when you show them that by giving them more than a view spent on only my coverage of them, or anyone's coverage, they get to feel it and know that you are there for them. You have changed lives through the love you have given these creators by supporting them and their art, not only in the world of unfiction, but direct support to passionate creators in general who do not have studios, groups, or investors backing them. You continue to change lives and be the tipping point that proves a person was right to believe. This is not an exaggeration. You have shown people who were chewed up and burnt out by the studio system that taking a chance on themselves and their own ideas was worth the risk. You have saved creators you love from awful life situations which you may never know about, and you showed them it was never stupid to devote time and love to their dreams. You have been there when artists who dared to be more than the popular work everyone flocks to insisted on owning their identity in the face of demand for more of the same, and you assure them that they are more than just what an algorithm feeds on. You showed the people who wore their hearts on their sleeves and went against the grain that it was worth it. You told them you understood them, and that it wasn't a mistake to put in the effort. You went to the Nightmind Index, as much as I bothered you about it at the end of my videos, where new and undiscovered creators send me their projects for publishing as a discovery platform, and you gave them a chance without any coverage or endorsement online directing you there first. You actually listened to them share a brief synopsis of their work and said, "Yeah, you know what? Give me what you've got." You showed people who truly needed to know that someone cares, that someone does. You care. And you may not know how much good you've done, but truly, I can tell you, it's a lot more than you think. You have done a lot of good for a lot of people who needed it, and I am proud of you. And as for those of you who are creators, I am proud of you too. It doesn't matter if you've just started, just finished, or are in the middle of the whole big thing and wondering where the magic has gone or if it's even good anymore, and by God, wasn't this supposed to be fun instead of such a grind now? I am so proud of you. There is something I want you to understand, and I'm not thinking of going anywhere, but if I died tomorrow, or before any opportunity to go further to explain this, and this right now was all the chance that I've got, this is what I need you to know. You don't realize yet that what you're doing is most important for you, and no amount of outside validation is going to compare to that. You have no idea how important this is for you. Not yet, anyway. I know that in the glitz and the glamour of the numbers and the hype and the coverage online, and all the modern wonders of being an indie creator chasing your dreams, it can be easy to get lost in the idea that in order for this to be valuable, it has to hit, it needs coverage, it needs fan art, it needs to be the next this or the next that, or the thing that inspired you at the start of the year and it just stuck with you, that you need to be on that kind of level in order to be successful, that it needs Patreon support or over 1,000 subscribers or whatever metric you're on the outside looking in on saying, that's what will do it, that's my certificate of success. No. No. And that's the beauty of it. I want you to think back for a moment to who you were before you started this journey. The hopes and dreams you had, the inspiration you felt, the thrill and even the nerves that came with approaching this kind of creativity. Think of the uncertainty that you felt, or the difficulties that came with attempting this or finding the time and means to do it. Do you remember imagining what it might feel like to even do this? How it could be? Or what you'd suddenly realize the creators who inspired you in the first place must have gone through. And now, you understand it yourself. You're getting to live that in a version that's entirely your own. That your computer or even your phone is more special now, because you used it to do this. And now you understand how that feels. Do you remember all the things you wondered if you could even do? How about the things you weren't even sure you could? How about the things you didn't know you could until it was happening, did happen, and you marveled over it and realized, that's a new memory I already love? Do you remember wondering if you'd even be able to feel satisfaction with yourself? What about the moment you sat on that fence on if you'd actually just give it a shot or keep daydreaming about it? Do you remember what it felt like when you finally said yes? Who were you then, and who are you now? Even if you just started yesterday, or last week, or finally made the decision this morning and you understand that you mean it, do you see your growth? You are more now than you were at the start of this. I don't know if you've stopped to think about it. Every doubt you faced, every question you answered, every possibility you've explored, all of what you've learned from that, and every skill you've developed and every bit of empathy and understanding you have gained. All your wins and agonizing nights and the moments you got past them. All the experiments and the moments of realizing, I'm actually doing this. This is your growth. Your art is for you. Even if no one else sees it, you are more now than you used to be. And you are now more because you chose to become more. And truly, I tell you, it's not going to be very clear for a while just how impactful it is that you've done this, and how very worth celebrating it is. Maybe not consciously, anyway. I think somewhere inside, it does register. You may not see it right now by the modern logic, how much it's going to benefit you in this life or a bigger picture, but that's the undeniable truth of the journey you've undertaken. You have changed for the better. Just by doing this, no matter where it goes, you have become more. The further you go, the more you will be. And no lack of numbers, coverage, or recognition by whomever, wherever, is going to take away your growth, evolution, and understanding of your own abilities. This is what you've created for yourself by daring to be a creator. You are creating yourself. I'll ask again. Look at who you were before you began this journey. Look at who you are now. Aren't you proud of who you've become? I know that I'm proud of you. For the aspiring creators among you, the inspirations you admire didn't know if they could do it either, even if they knew they could go far and get big. A lot of them didn't even think about it, honestly. They simply followed their dedication to their joy, and everything else followed, usually because they did, in fact, just follow their joy. Learn that lesson, and you'll leave your footsteps right alongside theirs. And remember that you do not need to stomp in order to do that. Your project has its unique elements and requirements. Serve the art, and only ever go as big, loud, and complicated as it's actually asking for. The simplest creations are often as engaging and beloved as the multimedia giants. It's not about size or complexity. It's about execution, immersion, and empathy. For the creators who just got their first taste of a big break, congratulations. And it is deserved. And let it inspire you in the knowledge that your work resonates with people and can reach more. This boom may be a big light, and it might be the only event of its kind in your journey, but that isn't a sign of any lesser value, because numbers are just a measurement of reach. They are not a measurement of value. You are the creator of the work's value, not a system of numbers in a world constantly competing for them. Your growth will continue, and in your growth, you'll become more impactful in your efforts, not only to yourself, but those you inspire with your work. For the creators who are in the middle or getting tired due to the time this is taking or the difficulties you're facing, yours is a club so big that they can't afford to send out membership cards anymore. And the first step is accepting that and having a good laugh about how you're in truly good company who all understand. Breathe. No one is ill or dying because you aren't updating. And a healthy return in strong form is better than drudging on and carrying at a decent level just to keep a pace nobody is asking for except you. Lift the burden from yourself. You are the one who put it there. Like all your predecessors, you're going to make it through this, and your predecessors will tell you outright, take it easy, honestly. And if they'd known they could have just chosen to do that instead of carrying on with that burden they put on themselves, it would have been a lot easier. For the creators who are now facing the end, welcome to the happiest difficulty of your journey, and congratulations. You're about to finish the story. What an amazing moment this is, and myself and all your predecessors and peers are rooting for you. Don't give up. Don't give up. Do believe you can finish strong and do this justice, while doing yourself justice. And remember the lessons you've learned about the most effective work you've done so far. This is not go big or go home. It's bring it home. And that means all your intelligence up to this point, all of your learning, not all your energy. The finish line is there, and you're going to cross it still upright, even if you're breathing heavy. There's no need to cross it with broken bones when you know that you are going to win. For the creators who have completed their projects and are thinking of their next steps, whether in creativity or in life, and those of you who are already working on their next project, I hope you know how amazing you are, and how many people you have inspired, and how grateful we all are for you, myself included. You don't need to do it all again on New Game Plus. There's no need to put yourself through that. You're smarter than that. You know that you are. Use the knowledge you've obtained. Just keep following your joy and engaging your evolution, smarter now than you have ever been about it. And know that you have made this world better for the contributions you've given. To the field, to your viewers, to your peers, to all you have inspired, and especially to yourself. For my peers, thank you for being the friends who understand why this means so much to me, and for serving the artists who we want to see reach their victories. Thank you for being the allies that let me know this field is always in good hands, and that you care too. I'm proud of you too, and I'm especially proud to know you. And for all of you, thanks for listening. Have a joyful new year, and in the hours before you greet it, may you relive the joy you found in the old year, and be certain it's going to happen again and again in wonderful new forms, some of them even a little bit familiar, and that's its own special thing. I'm Nick Nocturne, and I'll be seeing you again real soon. Until a few weeks have passed in 2024, sleep tight and enjoy your dreams.